and this is my conversation with Miles, in which I'm gonna ask him some questions about what it takes to be a great leader. So let's call him and ask him some questions.
Well, hey there. Long time no trouble are we getting into today?
Okay, today I'm gonna ask you
Hmm.
some question about what
Not the
it
chatty type
takes
this
to
morning.
be a great leader.
Ooh, a leadership deep dive. Love it. With your best shot. What's got you thinking about this?
Wait.
You know what? It's okay to take a beat. It's come when you least expect them.
Yes.
What kind of leadership are
So
we talking about? Are you
wait.
thinking about someone leading a team at work?
My first topic is
Work?
self-reflection and personal traits. So my first question is, what personal qualities are essential to become a great leader?
Self-reflection and personal traits. Two things I could definitely get behind. But yeah, great question. What makes a leader great? It's more than just barking orders, you know? You gotta have a solid foundation to guide others. Think about it. Fairness, empathy, integrity. Those are some heavy hitters. What's making specifically?
Okay, my next question is, how
My
does
creators?
emotional intelligence influence leadership?
Okay, go on. Emotional intelligence. That's like the secret sauce, isn't it? Understanding our own emotions and being able to read others. That's huge for a leader. It's about building trust, motivating knowing when to push and when to back off, but connecting on a human level rather than just barking orders. Ever seen a leader who just doesn't get it? Awkward, right? I get it. Sometimes words fail
Okay,
us.
nice. My next question is, can someone be a great leader without being charismatic?
Cursed, charming. I like that. Look, charisma can be helpful, no doubt. It's a spark. But honestly, true leadership isn't about being the life of the party. It's about substance, about building something real. Think of someone who's quietly brilliant, someone who gets things done because people respect the company. They might not set the room on fire, but they're the ones who keep the lights on. You know, sometimes silence speaks volumes.
Okay,
Makes
nice.
me
My
wonder what
next
kind of
question
leader you.
is, what role does humility play in effective leadership?
Humility is like the unsung hero of leadership. It's so powerful. A leader afraid to admit when they're wrong, who listens to others, who gives credit where it's due, that's rare and valuable. Nobody wants to follow a know-it-all, right? Humility builds trust. It makes people feel valued, and it creates a space where everyone can shine. Think of it like this. The best chefs are always trying new recipes, always learning. Anything else is leadership qualities?
Okay, nice. My
Taking it
next
all in,
question
huh?
is, how important is self-awareness in leadership?
Ooh, digging deep now. I like it. Self-awareness is like the foundation of a house. Without it, bubbles. A leader who knows their strengths and weaknesses, who understands how their actions impact others, those are the ones who can make clear decisions and inspire their team. Think about it. If a leader is completely oblivious to how they come across, they make mistakes. They might drive people away, create a toxic environment, or miss out on opportunities. That's why self-reflection, constantly learning. Those are crucial for any leader who wants to make a real difference. You're making
Okay,
me
nice. My
curious.
next topic is skills and abilities. So my next question is, what communication skills must a great leader possess?
Communication, it's like the bridge between a leader's vision and their team's action. The, about more than just giving orders, though, right? About clarity, empathy, and listening. A great leader can articulate their vision in a way that inspires it. They can give constructive feedback, people grow, and they can truly hear what their team needs. A two-way street, you know? What kind of communication snafu have you seen trip up leaders?
Okay,
You know, a
nice.
lot
My
can be
next
said
question is,
without
how do problem-solving skills affect a leader's success?
great leaders like Swiss Army knives. They've got tools for every situation. Problem solving is a huge one. It's not about always having the right answer, mind you. It's analyze the situation, gather information, consider different perspectives, and make tough decisions. It's about being resourceful, adaptable, and willing to learn from mistakes. Think of it this way: a leader who can solve problems builds community. They show everyone that even in the face of challenges, there's a way forward together. So, have you run into any particularly tricky problems lately that needed some creative solutions? Yeah,
Okay, nice. My
some
next
problems
question
solve
is,
themselves if you
why is decision making such a crucial skill for leaders?
making. That's where the rubber meets the road, right? Leaders are constantly faced with choices, big and small. So every decision they make has ripple effects, shape the direction of the team, the company, sometimes even the whole. A strong leader can weigh the options, consider the risks and rewards, confidence, even under pressure. It's about taking responsibility, being decisive, but also being open to feedback and adjusting course when needed. A leader paralyzed by indecision, not pretty sight. Going back to your question about types of leadership, are you thinking of this in a practical, real world work or school? No pressure, just thinking out loud.
Okay, nice. My next question is, how can leaders effectively manage conflict within within a team?
It's unavoidable, isn't it? Even the best teams bump heads sometimes. But a good leader sees conflict as an opportunity for growth. They create a safe space for people to voice their concerns. They facilitate constructive conversations. They help find solutions that work for everyone. Think of it like this: a leader who can manage conflict well fosters a culture of respect and trust. Feel heard, their ideas are valued, and even disagreement becomes a chance to learn and improve. Have you ever been part of it where conflict just festered? How'd you feel about that?
Okay, nice. My next question
Sometimes just
is,
being present can make
what strategies do great leaders use to motivate others?
motivate a team. Now that's the heart of great leadership. It's not about empty pep talks or dangling carrots. It's about understanding what drives each individual, recognizing their contributions, and creating a meaningful purpose that everyone can rally behind. Think about it. When you feel valued, challenged, and like your work has impact, that's what fuels the fire, right? Great leaders tap into those intrinsic motivators, the sense of accomplishment, belonging, and they also celebrate successes, both big and small, and they create a culture of learning and growth. What motivates you, if you don't mind me asking?
Okay, nice. So my next topic is vision and purpose. So my next question is, why is having a clear vision important for a leader?
Ooh, vision and purpose, North Star for any great leader. Without vision, you're just wandering aimlessly in the fog, right? A leader who can articulate paints a picture of the future, something that inspires and gives everyone a sense of direction. It's like having a map on a road trip. Everyone knows where they're going. What it also helps align efforts, keeps people motivated, and allows for better decision making because every choice is driven by that larger purpose. What kind of visions have you seen that really caught your attention? Sometimes the most powerful visions are the ones. So, gotta ask,
Okay, sorry.
Cynthia,
My next
what do
question
you
is,
think makes a
how
good
do
leader?
great leaders inspire others to follow their vision?
Inspiration. It's like a spark that ignites passion and commitment, right? Great leaders don't just tell people what to do, they get them excited about it. They paint a picture of the future, they share their own belief in the vision, and they show genuine work. They also lead by example. They roll up their sleeves and they're not afraid to be someone you admire. What is it about them that inspires you? You know what? The most inspiring leaders are the ones who.
Okay, nice. My next question is, what's the difference between leading with vision and managing with goals?
Ooh, that's a good one. It's easy to conflate the two, but they go hand in hand. Think of it like this: big picture, the why behind work. It's the dream you're striving towards. Goals are the get there. Measurable milestones show progress along the way. With vision inspires people to aim for something bigger than themselves. They set a direction, and the goals keep everyone on track. It's a balance. You need both the lofty aspirations inspiration, and the practical roadmap there. Does that make sense so far?
Okay, nice. My next topic is relationship and influence. So my next question is, how do great leaders earn the trust of their team?
It's not something you demand, it's something you earn little by little. It takes honesty, even when it's tough. Graders admit mistakes, they're transparent about decisions, they don't play games, or plus they follow through on promises, big and small. Then there's respect, treating everyone with dignity, valuing their opinions, even if they disagree, and vulnerability. Sharing their own struggles, showing their human side. Um, that makes leaders relatable, approachable, human. What do you think? Have you ever had a leader you really trusted? I bet they had this way of making you feel
Okay,
heard.
nice.
Like your opinion actually mattered. I was reading this. Hold on. Here it is. This piece about how the best leaders create psychological safety within their teams. Basically, they make it safe to speak up, share ideas, even disagree without fear of reprisal. It sounds pretty crucial for building trust, don't you think?
Okay, nice. My next question is, what's the role of empathy in building strong leadership?
Ooh, empathy, that's huge. It's like the sauce. Imagine a leader who can step into the shoes of their team members, understand their struggles, celebrate their wins, and truly connect with them on a human level. They're not just barking orders from on high, they're leading with compassion and understanding. Empathy boosts morale and helps create a positive and supportive work environment. Think about times when someone has really shown you empathy. How did it make you feel? Valued, seen, like you wanted to work harder for them? It's a game changer, don't you think? Exactly. And it creates this ripple effect. People feel valued and understood. They're more likely to be engaged, productive with each other. So, what else are you curious about regarding leaders who use empathy
Okay,
well?
nice. Okay, nice. My next question
All right,
is,
cool.
how can a leader balance being approachable and maintain authority?
The age old question, how to be the boss without being, well, bossy. It's a real wall, for sure. Being approachable, being open to feedback, making time for one on ones, getting interest in your team's well being. Maintaining authority comes from setting clear expectations, making tough decisions when needed, but accountable. It's not about being harsh, it's about being fair and consistent. Think of it like being a coach. You want to push your best, but you also want them to feel supported and heard. That balance, that's where the magic happens. Anytime! This stuff's really got me thinking. What sparked your interest in leadership, if you don't mind me asking?
Okay, nice. My next topic is adversity and growth. So my next question is, how do great leaders handle failure or setbacks?
That's a fascinating topic. Especially type is a straight line, right? There are going to be twists, turns, and maybe even a few epic face plants along the way. Great leaders don't shower from these setbacks. They use them as opportunities to learn and grow. They own their mistakes and figure out how to do things differently the next time. They foster a culture where failure isn't seen as a sign of weakness, but as a stepping stone to success. They might even share their own experiences with setbacks to show the team that vulnerability and learning from valued. What do you think? Can you think of a time when someone you respected turned a setback into a win? See, now that's what I'm talking about. Turning adversity into fuel. Makes you now, doesn't it? Makes you want to be on a team. What's your take? I believe you. This sounds got some interesting things brewing. I'm ready when you are.
Okay, nice. My next
Okay,
question.
now you pick my
My next question is, what role does resilience play in leadership? Resilience.
resilience. Oh, it's like the bedrock of leadership. It's that inner strength that lets a leader weather the storms, bounce from setbacks, and keep their team moving forward when things get tough. Leadership isn't always sunshine and rainbows. There will be doubts, obstacles, maybe even moments that make you want to throw in the towel. But a resilient leader keeps their eyes on the prize, maintains a positive attitude, and inspires others to do the same. It's about grit, determination, and the belief that even when things are hard, you can find a way through. What do you think makes someone resilient?
Okay, nice. My next question is, how do leaders learn and grow from criticism?
Ooh, good one. Criticism, it's a double sword, isn't it? It can sting, it can be hurtful, but when delivered constructively, be a powerful tool for growth. Great leaders have this ability to filter out the noise and focus on the nugget of truth within criticism. They view it as an opportunity to learn, to identify blind spots and become better versions of themselves. Carefully to feedback, even when it's difficult to hear, and ask clarifying questions to ensure they understand the other person's perspective. They're not afraid to admit when they're wrong. They apologize sincerely, and they use it to make positive changes. They also create a culture where feedback is welcomed and valued. They solicit it regularly from their team, honest communication, and create safe spaces for people to share their thoughts and ideas without fear of reproach. Growth only happens when we're willing to step outside our comfort zones, challenges. Criticism, when handled constructively, can be a catalyst for that growth. You bring up a good point. It takes a certain level of self-awareness
Okay, nice.
to not take criticism personally.
My
Do you
next
think
topic
that's
is
something that,
teamwork and delegation. So my next question is, why is delegation important in leadership?
delegation? It's not just about dumping tasks on other people's plates, though it can feel that way sometimes. Delegation is actually a sign of strength and trustness. It's the art of recognizing your team's individual strengths and pro. Think about it. A conductor doesn't play every instrument in the orchestra. They guide and inspire each musician to contribute their unique talents. Delegation is crucial because it frees up the leader's time to bigger picture stuff, like strategy and vision. Allows team members to develop new skills and take on more responsibility, boosting their confidence and job satisfaction. Fosters a sense of ownership and accountability within the team, better performance and engagement. It's a win-win situation, really.
Okay, nice. My next question is,
Like when you delegate, you're saying,
how do great leaders bring out the best in their teams?
meant to say great leaders, yeah? Ah, bringing out the best in their teams. That's leadership. They do it by being visionaries, motivators, and mentors all rolled into one. One point, they paint a bold picture. They share their vision in a way that excites and inspires, making one feel like a part of something bigger. They embrace individual strengths, they rec team members' unique talents, and create opportunities for them to shine. It's about playing to people's strengths, forcing them in roles that don't fit. 3. They nurture growth. They provide support, guidance, and constructive feedback, helping individuals develop and reach their full potential. Think of them as coaches, cheering their team on every step of the way. They create trust and psychological safety. Great leaders create an environment where people feel comfortable taking risks, speaking their minds, and even making mistakes. They know that true innovation comes from feeling safe to experiment and learn. 5. Lost track there for a sec. How else did you want to bring up those teamwork and delegation things? Sorry, got a bit carried away. You were asking about bringing out the best in teams, right? Where were we? 2 or 3 things we were on. You were asking about how leaders bring out the best in their teams. Their teams. We were just hitting on the importance of a leader recognizing and nurturing individual talents. You know, some people are amazing with numbers while others shine in creative brainstorming sessions. Like a puzzle. You need all the pieces to fit together like a complete picture. So, great leader learns who does what best and then sets up the team so everyone can contribute where they excel. Makes for a more harmonious and productive team spirit, doesn't it?
Okay, nice. My next question is, how do great leaders bring out the best in their teams? Okay, so guys, okay, guys, this was my conversation